I blanked out.
Yeah, so did I.
I feel like it impacted us because like most people are thinking like, oh, Mexican American studies, like, oh, it's about like Mexican culture. It's actually like how Mexican culture impacted like the whole United States, like being, and how it should like actually like help to like build who we are and stuff like that.
It's like you're not alone, we're not alone, and there's people who share a similar interest and are ready to take on the world with a different perspective, the Mexican American perspective.
And it's more personal, or he'll bring up like history that we don't see in our textbook or we don't see in the PowerPoint that's given to him to teach through the TEKS or whatever. And then what happens is that you're just kind of learning more about yourself and you're becoming more culturally aware about yourself. And I think you miss out on that if you were to take a regular course with another teacher who genuinely wouldn't care as much about teaching you who you are.
Look, this is happening, and this is a number that we have. This is this is our community of mas, basically.
And so I want to see these classes in the schools. I mean, like, because of our students say, I wish I had this in high school.
I think one of the main reasons that drove me to teach it was basically I didn't learn any of this stuff till graduate school.
Yo creo que eso es para mí lo que me tiene contenta, no solamente el que ellos solitos empiezan a empujarse más a llegar a esta meta, sino que vuelven a reencontrarse, vuelven a querer seguirse desarrollando, que seguir aprendiendo y vuelven a valorar su idioma, su cultura, su identidad.
Besides all those things, besides connecting to the root, a historical root, a cultural root, I think you're also get the academic part, the intellectuals, the writers, the philosophers that you hear of that are Mexican Americans, and they have contributed to the American experience.
I was reading about history, but it was like the history of like Mexico. It's something that like not all history books have.
Here, there's a lot of Mexicans, and like the culture is known worldwide. But in school, sometimes people don't understand it and don't really develop it.
Not a lot of Mexican Latinos are involved in history books. Actually, they're just left out.
And when you have that kind of situation where you never see yourself, it's very easy to dismiss yourself, your culture, your language, who you are, and in a sense, that's how assimilation happens.
If I had not been a part of this program, I probably wouldn't have been in the position now. I wouldn't be a student leader in several organizations. I wouldn't be trying to register 230 students to vote.
It's hard to say. I was kind of scrambled before I took MAS, and MAS really kind of put me in the center.
I feel like the class would help us learn more about the traditional holidays that we don't know now.
The community outreach project where they learn to organize, where they learn to become leaders. That's something that I'm always focused with in the class, the element of leadership and giving back to your community.
Of course, everyone remembers Arizona, which was the big place that started it all. They saw graduation rates skyrocket. Why? Because kids actually showed up. Half of it is just getting kids into the school, into your classroom.
Tanto como maestra como madre siempre escuchas el término del educational gap. Y Estudios Mexicoamericanos no ve ese gap. Estudios Mexicoamericanos ve la riqueza que tiene la comunidad, community wealth.
Professors asked the question, is like, what did you most get out of the class? And one of the little girls, and it really touched me, was she's like, my grandmother talks to me more.
And even if you're not Mexican American, you can learn about another culture and be a part of it also. It'd be amazing if we had that chance.